Mindy and Chad Oakley were co-chairs for the grand opening.
The real point of today was to get families downtown and to really let families see what the park had to offer and to use the park and not just to drive by it, not just to think, oh, it's for the people who work downtown. It's for everybody.
Planners for the park made sure that visitors will be inspired by public art, like this clay pitcher by potter Fred Johnston.
Something that's man-made, particularly for, say, that pitcher. You know, the clay comes from the ground, you're firing the kiln with wood, you're throwing salt in the kiln, you're using water to mix your clay. I mean, these are all the elements of nature, you know, fire and water and earth, and but then to sort of fabricate that, put it together, and then have it sitting in a sort of natural, but yet this is sort of an urban setting. I don't know, I think it just seems to make sense on even just on a material level.
Jim Cooper's 9.5-foot tall urn is the symbolic water source for the park's water feature.
I think water is essential to a park like that. It not only does it add a lot of activity to the park, but it also, the sound of the water gives, it tends to drown out the city noises and give people in the park a more intimate and relaxing experience. They can go into this park and get away from the daily grind or the hubbub of the city.
As you can see, I'm definitely outside my comfort zone, standing on the edge of a 16th floor high-rise that's being reconstructed here in Greensboro, North Carolina, adjacent to Center City Park. This is all to say that the creation of the park here in downtown Greensboro is spurring on other forms of economic development, specifically residential.
Roy Carroll is converting what had long been a vacant bank building into the Center Point condominium tower.
I was actually talking to a friend of mine about, I said, I think I'm going to look at buying a small place downtown, a lot or something, build a 2- or 3-story building, maybe an office building, and build a condo on the top of it and move into the top of it. And he said, this friend of mine happens to be a realtor, and he said, well, don't do that. I've got just the fixer-upper for you. And he mentioned that was the old Wachovia building. I said, that's a little bit more of a fixer-upper than I was looking to bite off.
But bite it off, Roy did, much to the delight of downtown planners.
Do you think you would have moved forward with this renovation had the park not been part of the plan?
I don't think so. I think I would have a hard time coming to grips with the prospects of just having a building downtown without the park across the street. The park really is a major selling point for this project.
So describe what Greensboro's downtown was 10, 15 years ago, Roy.
Well, it's kind of what I call the tumbleweed era. It wasn't a lot going on downtown, and businesses were relocating out in the suburbia Greensboro. But now what we have is a renewed interest, and we've got synergy with the downtown park and the ballpark and other businesses that are coming back in downtown. We've finally got some moments of synergy, and people are wanting to live back downtown, wanting to live and work.
So whether it's downtown or out here in the country, become a park person. After all, the parks belong to us.